Sir, please leave me alone. What's wrong with you? Like,
she gon' strip it down for a thong, yeah. Run around till she got the buzz, yeah. 5 shots in, she in love now. Pull up, shut the club down, let's not be
hey, it's your girl Kalation. I'm back with another video, and if y'all can see by the time of this video, I know I'm gonna get buku bad comments about this video, because some people go just look at the title and go comment or whatever, but it's whatever. Y'all want a story time? I'm gonna give y'all a story time, and I was gonna do another story time about a friend situation, but I said let me just do this one today because this one I was thinking about it last night, and I just wanted to get it out because it's a situation, y'all. I got my hair looking very much a mess. I got it like this only because I just combed it out, so I'm about to go. My hair is like not even clean. I just combed it out. I'm about to go wash it and blow it out because I'm getting my hair braided tomorrow morning. So yeah. So anyways, this story happened last year. I said in one of my story times about how I started talking to Lance again this year and last year, and that was after, well, during and after this situation, because this situation took me on a roller coaster and it was crazy. So let me just get into the video. Sorry, I'm so dumb. I gotta do the post notification shout out. Okay, I'm sorry, and my post notification shout out goes to it's.gg. She the first person to ever comment notification squad, notification gang. She part of notification period. Y'all turn on your post notifications for post notification shout out. I thank y'all. I'm gonna do them in every video now. I'm gonna have to remember. Make sure I remember to do them in every video. And I thank y'all so much for watching. I thank y'all for the support. Thank you so much. It's.gg. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Like, I appreciate you more than you know it. I love y'all so much. So let's just get into the story. So back around the beginning of last year, matter of fact, the beginning of 2019, I was chill. When I get out of a bad situation, I like to be by myself for a while because I don't like to just jump into different situations. So I was just chilling by myself, honestly, like for maybe about 3-4 months, honestly. Not really talking to nobody or just playing around, but like not really actually taking nobody serious. But so first mistake. I went to the gas station, cool, and about to be late for work, matter of fact. Went to the gas station, and as I'm about to pump gas, a man walked up to me. Now this man, tall, dark skinned, but he like not really big. Like, he not skinny, but he not like fat or nothing. He like kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it, but just a regular. He was just real tall. And if y'all, I'm like average height. I saw somebody comment that 5'2" is not average height, but to me 5'2" is like average height. So I'm 5'2", and so that's average height to me. And this man was like 6 whatever, like tall, like tall. And me and this man had a roller coaster. Y'all could do different stories about this situation, but I'm just doing the gist of this situation because it was crazy. We only talked for, it seemed like longer, but we only talked for like maybe 7 months. So when I met this man, I was at the gas station, like I said, about to pump my gas, and he walked up and he was like, oh, let me get that for you. And I'm like, I don't like stranger danger. Go ahead. But he was like, no, I got it. I'm not crazy or nothing. So he pumping the gas and he talking to me. And what did he say? He said something smooth, like he was being very friendly. And so he just asked me to get my number, and I was like, okay. Rule number 1, y'all. These gas stations, don't give them your number. But he didn't seem like a gas station type dude, because the gas station type dude, say mom in a blue shirt. Like, he wasn't like that. He was just like, talking, cool. He was a little bit older than me. Well, I thought a little bit older than me, but he was a little bit older than me or whatever, and just cool, just a cool person. Like, so I gave him my number. What I don't like is, as soon as I give somebody a number, they call me. Like, you gotta text me first. I don't like the whole calling thing. Soon as you get, soon as we get to talking because I don't know you like that and I'm not good at talking on the phone when I first meet people. But he called me or whatever and I would answer. I would talk to him on the phone or whatever. And if y'all don't know, when you first get to know me, when you first get to meet me, I'm real shy at first. So I was like shy in a way, so I would talk to him on the phone, but I would be like, whatever. But he like, if you like, y'all know dudes these days, like our age, like I'm 21. Dudes these days don't be like, oh, let's go on a date. Like, especially not the ones my age. Like, every date I've been on has been with somebody older. People my age are not like, oh, we go on a date. Like, no. So this man just kept on, let me take you on a date. Let me take you on a date. And I'm like, no, man. No, man. I'm not trying to eat in front of this man. I'm nervous, y'all. I know I'm going to be nervous. I'm going to be shy, but it's whatever. After about 2 weeks of him asking, I was like, whatever. We went to, where did we go? I think we went to Olive Garden. That was my first time going to Olive Garden, and it was trash, by the way. Sorry, Olive Garden. Maybe it's not all of y'all, but that Olive Garden was basura. So we went to Olive Garden. We talked. Y'all, me and this man sat over there for about 3 hours. After that, we talked outside in his car. I drove myself there, but when it was time, like after we left out of there, I just went to sit in his car with him. We talked outside for a long time, like, and then, after that, I just, like, went home, cooling after that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, alright, he cool people. This man would hit me up all the time, like, hit me up all the time, like, all the time, like, all times of the night, all times of the day, he was just hitting me up. And I'm like, he actually real cool people. He cool people. So, everything cool, fine. I started getting more comfortable with him. He coming by me all the time. I started going to his house. And let's talk about his house now. His house was a nice house. And he explained to me that he was married before. By the way, I'm sorry, I didn't tell y'all his age. He told me that he was 29, about to turn 30. Which is cool. So I was 20 at the time. And he was 29, about to turn 30. And I was like, oh, it's whatever. I don't care. Like, it's cool. I just couldn't care less. I didn't really mind him being 29. I don't know. So I would go to his house, and he had a pretty nice house, honestly. He didn't stay in the city that I stay in. He stayed in the city that's like 30-ish minutes away from here. And when I would go to his house, I would stay so late, like I would always sleep over there. But I'm sorry, explaining his house. His house is like nice. It looked like, a woman decorate better than, I'm not gonna say women decorate better than a man, but a man like that, you don't expect to have a nice house. Like that house looked like a woman decorated it, And you can tell when something have a woman's touch. The house had pictures of his children. He had 3 children. He had a daughter and 2 sons, and the house had pictures of them, pictures of him, a family picture, and it had one family picture with him, his children, and his wife. But that was just like sitting on a little table in his living room. That wasn't like the pictures on the walls. So, it's like, oh, all right, whatever. I mean, I don't care that she's your mama. So yeah, he was like, oh yeah, she did this, she did that. We got a divorce. He said we just got a divorce or whatever. I think he said they just divorced a few months ago or something like that, less than a year ago. And I'm like, okay. He was explaining, oh yeah, we got married while we was young. We had children, this and that. It didn't work out. Period. He wasn't saying too much. He didn't explain the full thing of why they broke up. But if I'm honest, I really didn't care. I mean, so yeah, he was a smooth talker, y'all. Like, this man could talk you out of anything. Like, this man was a smooth talker. And he was just like a real nice person. Like, he was cool. I would go to his house. If he would come by me, he would stay, but sometimes he wouldn't sleep. And I like this. But every time I went to his house, I ended up like sleeping over or staying over most of the time. And everything was cool for, I'm telling y'all, months. Like, but sometimes, only thing I didn't like about him, which is a red flag, but I didn't really look at it. Only thing I didn't like about him is sometimes he would disappear for a whole day. and not say nothing, and then come back the next day and call and be like, I'm so sorry, I was working, I had to do this with my children. And I mean, like, I understand, all right, you got your children with you, and you know, he did work a lot, so like, I mean, you can't really be mad. I would just be like, dang, you couldn't at least text and say that, like. But you know, it's whatever. We talked for, it had to be about a few, maybe 3-4 months at this point. I was sleeping to his house, and I woke up the next morning, and his churn was in the front, his churn was in the living room, and I was like about to leave. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't want to be around this man kids, like. And then y'all explaining his kids. Well, I guess that's not bad. Yeah, I guess that's not bad, because his oldest child was like 12, so, which is just 8 years younger than me at that point, by the way. But his oldest child was 12. I think his child was 12. I forget how old the middle one was, but the youngest one was like 6 or 7. So 12, I'ma just say about 9, 10, and then the youngest one was like, I'ma say about 6 years old. But I remember the oldest one being 12, because I was like, dang, 12 not that much. I mean, 12 and 20 is the difference, but 12 and 20 is like, that's the age difference between me and my little sister's 8 years. So I don't know, it was awkward. But so I was trying to leave or whatever. He was like, where you going? I was like, peacing out. Like, they was in the front, they like, hey. I'm like, hey. But yeah, so I ended up just leaving, because I'm like, I'm sorry. He was like, oh, why you leaving? I'm like, I got some stuff to do. I got to be to work later. I'm not about to stay here with your kids. Are you crazy? Stuff like that. Like, he had me meeting his churn. I met his sister before. I never met his mama. I met his sister before. His friends, you know, stuff like that. But it was like, he just had me meeting his family. I was always with him. He had a red truck. I was like always with this man. But some things I didn't like about him is like, he liked it to be controlling. Like, he was the type to want to go through my phone. He was the type to, oh, what you doing? If I didn't answer, oh, you must be doing something. And I'm like, you the one that be disappearing for a day and 2 days at a time and then come back, oh, I was busy. And then if I say something about that, oh, you know I got churn, you know I'm always working, this and that. And I'm like, okay, I understand that you got a lot going on, but why not just text me and be like, I'm busy right now, I'm gonna hit you back up later. How simple is that? How easy is that? Dumb. But like, he was the type to, if he saw something he ain't like, he was going crazy, yo. Going crazy. He never ever called me out my name, but he would cuss and be like, man, what the F? Da, 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 like, just going off. But he was just like real controlling, you know, and I didn't like that at all. Like, that would just get on my nerves. I remember this time when I was in his truck. Y'all could do a whole story time about that situation. Me and him was sitting in his truck, and I was texting, but I was like this. And I was texting my friend, but I don't know if he could have saw from in the window that I was texting somebody, but he tried to grab my phone. And I'm like, give my phone here. Are you dumb? Give my phone. So he trying to grab my phone from me, and I'm just like, no, like, give me my phone. You know, I touch my phone. What's wrong with you? Are you dumb? Like, so he was like going off. Man, I'm not effing playing with you. I'm not playing with you. And then we was like outside of his house, because we was about to go. Where was we about to go? I don't know, but we was about to go somewhere. I remember we was sitting in his truck. He took my phone from me, y'all. That's why my phone cracked even more. My phone cracked a lot before, but my phone cracked even more for that situation. He he was like reaching for my phone, was mad. And like, he had rocks outside of his house when you drive up, and we were sitting like in the parking lot, in the like driveway of his house, about to leave. And so I'm on my phone or whatever. Before he could have snatched it, I locked my phone, because I was like, no, you're not getting my phone. I locked my phone. He was like, unlock it, or I'm gonna break the beat. Unlock it. And I'm like, are you, like, get my phone. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I had my purse in his car. I had my keys, you know, everything in his car. He took my phone. He like, unlock it. You're not going to unlock it. I'm like, no, give it here. He took it. He put the window down and threw it out the window into the rocks. And he ain't did no just like toss like I did. He took it and went boom, like threw it hard. Like, I was like, what the F wrong with you? I don't know what I did. I hit him with something, but don't put your hands on nobody. Like, you don't put your hands on nobody. But I hit him with something, and then I got out to go get my phone. When I got out to go get my phone, he backed up and pulled out. And I'm like, give me my keys. He backed up and pulled out and left me standing up there. His house door was locked, and it was just me outside. I'm standing up there. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't even get in my car. My car door locked. I'm calling his phone, calling his phone, calling his phone. He just sending me the voicemail, sending me the voicemail, sending me the voicemail. When he did answer, you think I'm effing stupid, huh? You think I'm effing stupid? No, walk home. F you. Da da da. He left, but he ain't stay gone for long. When he did come back, he took my keys and he threw them out his truck and pulled off, but my purse was still in his car. I was so aggravated. I sat in my car at his house and waited for him to come back for like 30 minutes. I was so annoyed. I was like, I'm never talking to this man again in my life. Like, I am done with him. Like, he is nothing in my book. So, my phone was cracked even more. Y'all, I was so stressed out, y'all. Nobody could really make me cry, but this man had me crying. I was so aggravated because I was just so tired of it. Like, it's a new thing it's like once or twice a week. It's like he always got to find something to blow up about. Like, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And so many times I was like, oh, I'm never talking to this man again. I'm just never talking to this man again. After this situation with the phone, I wasn't answering my phone for him. I didn't block his number, but I put like all his texts on mute notifications. Every phone call he got, I would send us a voicemail or just not answer or put my phone on do not disturb because I was just, I was so fed up with him. I went about maybe 3-4 days without talking to him. He kind of knew my work schedule because, you know, it's not like I explained my work schedule to him, but he know like, okay, on this day I go to work at this time because he know, oh, you about to go to work. You know, after talking to somebody so long, you just figure out their schedule. So I remember that day I left at the house. And I wasn't running late, y'all. Every time I be leaving, I normally be running late. But I wasn't really running late this day. And so he pulled up. Well, he didn't even pull up. When I walked outside, I saw his truck parked directly behind my car. At my apartments, his truck was parked directly behind my car. And so I'm walking up and I see him. I'm like, what do you want? Like, leave me alone. You're crazy. He like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean to do that, but I just felt like you was trying to play me, all kind of stuff like that. You know, come on, man, come take a ride with me, we need to talk, And silly me, dumb me, I'm like, whatever, I finally give in, and I go take a ride with him. I ended up being late that day anyways, because I went ride with him. I went ride with him, and we was talking, and he was like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm never gonna do that again. It was just, you know, it was just a messed up situation. I felt like he was trying to play me, you know, I really care about you, all kind of stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So we cool again. And I'm like, whatever, like, it's just fine. We cool again, back on like nothing happened. And yeah, that was a real toxic situation. Another real bad situation that happened was when we was fussing inside of his house. Matter of fact, it was one night I spent like the whole weekend to his house, and it was I guess it was the second night I slept at his house, so it had to be like a Saturday or something. So it was like we started fussing about something so stupid, and it was really nothing. Dang, bro, I need to I don't remember what it was, but we was fussing about something so small, minor, and stupid, and he got mad. He was like, I'm getting tired of you. I'm done with you, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, for real? I was like, that's what's up. And me, when I get mad, I was like, oh, well, because I got that I could have been talking to you. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyways. So when he heard that, light switch flip. What? Go be with them then. Go ahead, leave. Go be with them then. Go be with them. I'm like, all right, fine then. I start getting my stuff. I'm like, F you a BAN, all kind of stuff going off on him. He like, F you, all kind of stuff. Get the F out. I think he might even call me a B word that night, and he never called me out of my name before. Out of all the arguments we got, he never called me out of my name before. But that one was like crazy. So I'm getting my stuff to leave, and he going crazy, like flipping out. And so I'm like, you know, I'm like about to get my stuff. He comes, soon as I'm picking up my stuff, about to walk out. Where the F you going? I'm like, I'm leaving. You told me to leave, huh? You told me to get out. I'm leaving. He like, you ain't going nowhere, man. Put your ass down. He took my clothes and he threw it across his house. And my clothes, I just had like a bag, the bags that you take. My bag didn't have a zipper on it, that bag. It's like a pink bag. I use that as my work bag right now, by the way. But my clothes fell out and stuff like that. And I'm going to pick my clothes up. I'm like, nope, I'm leaving. I'm putting my clothes in my bag. He like, you're not going nowhere. As I'm picking the stuff up, he throwing it out my hand. And I'm like like I pushed him. I'm like, get the F back, like get the F away from me. This man braced up to me, like braced up like he about to fight me, like braced up to me and backed me up against the wall, like bracing up to me. And I'm like, I'm not scared of you. Get the F out of my face, all kind of stuff. And we really fussing. So I pushed him. This man came up to me and cocked that hand back and bop, slapped me. I'm like, oh. I was just taken aback. I was like, nobody slapped me before. I was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this man really just slapped me. Like, that was, like, I was like, wow. Soon as he did it, he was like this, I'm sorry. This man started crying, y'all, crying. This man got on his knees and was crying. I didn't mean to do that. I never put my hands on no woman. I just this and that, like going crazy, talking about, man, I care about you. All kind of stuff, crying. Like, this man is crying. And I ended up leaving anyways. Like, after that, I left him over there crying. I didn't even think I took my stuff. I just took my keys, took my purse, and I left, y'all. When I left, y'all was crying. Y'all know how girls be like, oh, let a dude put his hands on me. I'ma do this, I'ma do that. And I mean, yeah, but whatever. But I was like, it was like a complete shock because I no man ever like really put his hands on me before. Like, he didn't beat me, y'all. Like, he wasn't abusive. I'm not gonna say to this day that he abusive. But that man really slapped me, and it was like crazy because I'm like, that was just unexpected, unbelievable, you know. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep pulling my hair because I cannot stand wearing my natural hair down. But yeah, so it was just a crazy situation, and I was just like, oh my goodness. After that, I said I'm never talking to him again. What he would do, I would call him. I mean, he would call me. I would answer. He would be like, "Where you at?" I would be like, "I'm at work, or I'm somewhere. I'm at my mama's house." You lie, cause I'm outside. I see your car. What, your mama can't pick you up? I'm outside your house. This man would come out, would be outside. I would be like, "Hello," or "I'm not here." Well, why you call here? Like, sir, please leave me alone. What's wrong with you? Like, I tried to leave him alone at that point, and it was just like, he talked his way back. Y'all, this man was just such a smooth talker. He talked his way back in, and I was just like, you know, of course I was dumb to go back, but this is not gonna be a abuse story. So I'm like, oh, he abusing me, and I just keep going back. No, like, he didn't abuse me. That was the only time he ever hit me. Like, he didn't. When we get in the arguments, he would brace up to me like that, but he would never ever hit me. Or like, he would corner me and brace up to me against the wall and then just like be fussing. But I mean, that's it. And then when we arguing, like, my mouth is reckless regardless. So I know I would be hitting him where it hurt when we would be arguing, you know. So it's whatever. But he never ever hit. No, he never ever, like, he pushed me before, but he never ever like hit me. Like, no, it's never been a punch. He slapped me that time, but it was like, you know, you still don't go back because a lot of situations, slaps do turn into punches. Then it turned into them really beating you. So I should have got out of this situation, but it didn't go down like that, luckily. I started talking back to this man after all that. Like, the situation was so toxic, y'all. We would get in arguments. Like, I would go to his house to sleep to his house some nights, and we would fuss the whole night. Sometimes we would fuss so bad I would sleep on his sofa, and then every other weekend he would have his churn over there, and some weekends I would go while his churn was over there, and it would be so bad I would fuss with him, and I would sleep on his sofa, and I would wake up to one of his churn sitting on the chair, like, looking at me. Well, they would have the TV on, but they would be sitting across the chair, and I'm waking up and his churn sitting in the living room, and I'm like, let me get out of here. It was a toxic situation. And I remember something I didn't tell y'all. I also didn't. Y'all, this story just, it's so much stuff to go into it. That's why I'm just dropping little parts about the whole situation. And this man used to have me so stressed out, y'all. But so one day we was in his truck and we was getting food from somewhere, and he told me to take his card out. He was like, oh, get him out, go in my wallet and take my card out. I'm going to his wallet. You know how men have their driver's license in that part of the wallet where you can see. I'm looking at his license, and his birthday is the same day, but the year he was born wasn't matching up to his actual age. And I'm like, you know, I ain't say nothing, but I'm like I thought about it for a while, and then what I do a lot. I hold stuff that I find out until I'm mad, and that's not something good to do at all. But that's what I did in that situation. And he told me that he was 29, turning 30. This man was, I think he was 35, 36, his real age. So he like, when I really confronted him about it while we was in an argument, when I confronted him about it, he was like, so the F what, so the F what? But then, you know, once it all died down, I'm like, why did you lie about your age? How old are you really? And then he told me, you know, okay, I'm 36, he was like, I'm 36, but I just told you I was younger because I didn't want you, because I knew you probably wouldn't go talk to me if I told you my real age. I'm like, you're a weirdo. Like, why not just say your age? Like, what's the point in lying? Like, I can't stand people that lie about their age because, like, it's just pointless. Like, say your real age. What's wrong with you? Like, I mean, are you dumb? Like, you really immature to be lying about your age. I mean, my age is my age. You can look on my driver's license, baby, 1998. Period. I'm 21, baby. I was 20 at the time, but my age is my age, period. I'm not gonna lie about my age. I'm not one to lie about my age. I was like, that's just dumb. I was like, oh my goodness. That's when I started realizing, like, I really can't trust him. Like, I cannot trust him. Like, it's weird. Like, what's wrong with this man? So then, a while later, y'all, and I'm about to end the story. If y'all want to know, like, real in-depth situations I had with this man, I'm going to do more story times, but just to end off this situation, how I found out this man was married. I'm at his house. I'm sitting inside the car. He like, oh, I'm going to run in and get something, and I'm coming. I'm sitting in his truck. I'm on my phone, you know, chilling. This man come, like, as soon as he walk in the house, he run out the house. And I'm like, he took out running and started backing up. And I'm looking like, what you backing up so fast for? And a woman walk outside the house and going off on him. Yeah, and you gotta be outside my house. You gotta be outside my house. You wanna go think I was gonna find out. All kind of stuff like that. And he just hurry up and pulling out. Like, so I didn't even have no interactions with the woman at all. He like just hurry up and took out and pull out. And I'm like, who is that? He like, man, that's my ex-wife. That's my ex-wife. I'm like, that's your ex-wife. I'm like, be real, bro, because he lied so much. I'm like, be real, bro. Why is this woman going off like that inside your house when you talk about, oh, she moved out, all kind of stuff, inside your house, and she talk about, oh, you gotta be outside my house and all kind of stuff like that. Like, what's your deal? Like, it is not adding up. 2 and 2 is not equaling up to 4. Like, run this back to me, explain it. And I wouldn't let it go. I'm like, explain it. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, you never tell the truth. I'm like, I'm done with you. I don't want nothing to do with you no more. This not his second time crying, because this man had cried to me before. He started crying. I'm like, here we go. Another movie scene. This man starts crying. Talk about, I'm still married. I keep trying to leave her. We got children together. I'm not trying to break up my family. I'm like, so you still married, and you got me in this woman's house where she live, sleeping, spending a weekend in this woman's house, and how it wasn't. And I'm telling y'all how I'm not getting it, because this woman wasn't there. They had no pictures of this woman. Maybe I never digged in this man's drawer before. Maybe her clothes and stuff was there, but it's like I didn't get it. I'm like, how she still lived there? He like, man, we was on a break or whatever. She left for a little while. She was staying with this person. So I guess she wasn't staying there at that time. But this still this woman's house. This woman could come back anytime she want. What if I'm spending the weekend to your house and I'm in the bed asleep and this woman come in the middle of the night? That's how them shows Snapped be going. What if this woman killed both of us? Are you dumb? Why would you put me in that situation? Like, at this point, I was done with this man. I was done with him, like, never before. It was just crazy. He crying like, please, I really care about you, you know. I keep trying to leave her, but I don't want to do that, so I'm trying. And I'm like, your children see me at your house. Your children see me all the time over there. Like, how they not telling their mama that... I mean, I don't get it. Like, I guess she knew. I guess her children told her. I just didn't get it. I was like shocked. I'm like, what in the world? His wife blowing up his phone. He explained it to me, and I'm just like, my mind blown. Like, I'm like, just hurry up and bring me home, bro. I need to go home. Please bring me home. He didn't bring me home. I stayed with him that whole night. I didn't sleep by him, but he ended up coming by me. It was late. He ended up sleeping by me. I don't know why I let him sleep by me, but I let him sleep by me. And y'all, the dumb part is I talked to this man for about 2 months after I found this out, because he still was like, but we separated, we about to go through a divorce process. But it's the crazy part about it is what made me even more mad about it is because you made this elaborate whole story about, oh, how long y'all divorce was because she was crazy, and y'all not even divorced, so all them stories was made up. So now you're a compulsive liar also. Like, what? I was just like, oh my God. I was like, and I really started to trust him. I was like, I will never trust another man again. But, I mean, that's not a good way to be. But the whole situation was crazy, y'all. If y'all want me to tell y'all more stories about parts of it, it's just, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Like, I've never been in this situation before. And it's not like I was with a married man, like, oh yeah, F your wife, I'm with you. No, I didn't know this man was married. I'm not trying to break up nobody home. Because guess, you think I'm, and period, do you think I'm about to be sleeping in this woman's house? No. I watched enough Lifetime, I'm not going to say Law and Order, Snapped, all kind of shows. You think I'm about to put myself in that situation, baby? I got too much life to live, sir, and you're not worth it. I'm sorry. But, yeah, that situation was crazy, y'all. I've been wanting to tell y'all that story time. It's so many more parts to that story, y'all. Like, heated arguments. We got into it so bad. A lot of stuff happened. And I could tell y'all more parts of that story, but I just had to get this part out today. I have other, stories. I had another fake friend story I wanted to tell today, but I said, let me just get this one out. I know I'm gonna get some comments like, oh, and you proud of that? You proud of that? This and that, and talking trash. But if y'all watch the video, y'all will understand everything that happened. And I don't think I'm wrong. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it was a dumb situation. And yeah, I do make some dumb decisions sometimes. I was 20, I'm 21. I mean, come on. With 21, 20-year-old, don't make dumb decisions. So, love y'all. See y'all in the next video. Let me know if y'all want more parts of this story with this crazy man. I didn't even give him a name in this video. I guess the next video, I'm going to give him a name because I could go in depth with certain situations. That time he slapped me, y'all. That night it was crazy. He ended up following me to my house. I didn't let him in though. It was it was a crazy situation. So, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.